charge $45.
Paid, yes.
And we give it a French term that sounds pretty, but it started from those same humble.
Same roots, yeah.
Yeah. Same with soul food. I can't even think of a better example than soul food, where we were giving throwaway scraps, nothing, and those southern mammies turned those scraps into an entire cuisine.
Something succulent and
Right. And as you see it, look around, this is not lost on the people of all colors, because it's creative cuisine. And what I've done was taken my grandmother's old southern roots, formal training, kind that I got slapped in the head numerous occasions. Don't put too much cold water in the pot.
yeah.
So, from that to my formal training and combining it.
Okay.
Taste is foremost, but then again, in school and any other restaurant that I've worked in, I insist that presentation.
It's a big part of it, I'm sure.
You eat with your eyes and then your palate. And so, between presentation and taste and atmosphere, all of these things affect the senses.
Absolutely.
If I go into a very opulent restaurant and the food is terrible, that is the only thing I will remember.
You're absolutely right. I think most of us are aesthetic creatures, and I notice the first thing when I come into an establishment, yours for example, is the warm environment. I immediately peeked the nice fresh flowers. I'm assuming you do that every day.
Yes.
Just the color choices, everything is just awesome. And if the food is equally as good, which I'm sure it is, then it's just
And likewise,
marriage made in heaven.
Likewise, not every day goes 100% efficient if I'm late getting an order out, or if we've done something not quite right on a plate. It is a lot easier for us to repair it and fix it with you at your table under a warm environment than to just say we don't care.
Right. Makes sense.
And people are a little more forgiving, because the real bottom line is to make people feel a little better after they leave than they did when they came in. Because that is the last thing they will remember about it. You know, because if the chicken is burnt, they won't know how good the chicken there looks.
That's right.
Did you notice the chicken? That chicken? I don't know nothing else. I don't know what color it was. My chicken. You know.
Didn't come out right. All right. All right. Well, you mentioned your grandmother. So did you start cooking at a very young age, it sounds like?
I was 8 years old.
Okay. Was it a duty? Was it a chore that you had to do, or was it a love at that time?
For me, it was curious. I was a big little guy. So,
yeah. Like to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to eat. Husky department, let's see.
Yeah.
Anyway. But mine were always questions like, why are you doing that? Why are you putting cinnamon in? Why are you making slits in the pie? And so I was always under my grandmother's apron asking food questions, mainly because she would hand me down a piece of whatever she was cooking.
Sure.
But she would also give you the answer to your question. Well, to let the steam out of the pot. Okay. And so when my grandfather would come home, I would quiz him. Do you know why she cut the holes in the pot? You don't know, do you? I know.
I know. I've got the answer.
So that was a big deal for me, playing that game. And then it stick. And music and art were my first love, fields of study. I grew up playing music. My grandfather was an old Southern Baptist preacher. So I'm a preacher's kid. And so that was a duty to play for the choir. You know,
Absolutely.
You're 8-year-old, you're the novel, piano.
Yeah.
Now the boy's going to come up and do a hymn.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't ask you too what you went to McBell to study. What were you studying?
Contemporary jazz and jazz theory.
Okay. All right.
That was my mother's hard-earned money, so I gave her a degree. There you go, you earned it.
Yeah.
But when it came to me, I played the blues on the side.
Okay.
That was off the records. I had one of those mothers that, if she heard me playing, you better be practicing your skills. I am.
Yeah.
And you practice your jazz skills first.
Right.
And then when nobody was home, pull out the Hendrix.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, your love of music definitely shows even throughout your restaurant here. So I noticed you only have about 5 or 6 tables in the restaurant here. Any possibilities of expanding, or?
Yes, there is. From a business point of view, just a little piece of advice to the young entrepreneur before we really answer this question. We thought it would be best to start off as a specialty shop.
Okay.
Get the name out there, get the name out. And by word of mouth, we've been pretty successful with that. But also from the banker standpoint of view, banks like to see what's called an anchor business, a business that may stand the test of time. If I came in with Lily's Deal Soul Food, well, you may be a flash in the pan. Everyone will come for the novelty of it, and then what? Exactly. So, if you can prove your longevity, and in 2 years in a space this size, being known or becoming synonymous with the term soul food in a place this size, then you stand a chance of making it.
That makes sense.
So we wanted to be very strategic about it, not opening up grandiose and putting all of our pennies in large restaurant that may fill versus let the restaurant determine when it should go.
Sure.
So that's what we've done, and that's what we've done here. And in the longevity of what I hope, in the line of places like Sylvia's Soul Food in New York City, Gladys's in Atlanta, I mean, these are places where you actually a patron, and they say, yeah, we've been coming here for 20 years.
That's true.
And so
the
2 years out of that, we're just a baby, and so we have time to grow
get to
into
that level.
ourselves. But hopefully, with the new business partners that we've taken on, which is another thing, don't be afraid to take on partners. It might be uncomfortable, like any marriage in the beginning, and you're both parties learning each other. But if you let the business dictate what should happen next versus the two parties.
Sure. Natural progression then, basically,
If he argues he doesn't want cups, and we don't have any cups, well, that's an argument that I'm going to win.
Right,
so,
right.
So we've decided to enter the partnership like that. Now we have people waiting outside of the door, and so neither myself or the business partners can deny that. So it's time.
Okay. Makes sense. Natural progression to the next level. Well, we'd like to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much, Big E, for allowing us to come in today and view your establishment. We really appreciate it. I'd like to also thank the viewers for tuning in today. Be sure to check us out online at www.bnsmag.tv for more information on Big E's Soul Food Restaurant. And visit us again next time. Bye-bye.
Been watching Black Network Solution Magazine. This program was made possible by a grant from the Minority Network Solution Incorporated. If you would like Black Network Solution Magazine to showcase you or someone you know, simply write to bnsmag.tv, P.O. Box 11122, St. Paul, Minnesota 55111, or visit our website at www.bnsmag.tv. Join us again for another exciting episode of Black Network Solution Magazine on this cable station.